Hello, everyone. Randy here, working on the John Deere 2510 here again today. And for starters, everyone, we're going to be starting by putting the panel that we finished painting here last video into the tractor. I've got a little bit of touch-up to do on that acoustic paneling piece yet. We need to cut out around where the bolts will go, and then we can start putting that in. By the way, if you didn't see last episode, we now have interior lights are finished. And then we also got a big light, LED light bar on the outside here as well. The switch is, of course, up there on the panel. And we just need to do a little finishing up on the wire in there, touch that up a little bit, put a little loom on that. And then, of course, we got more wires here yet, too, by the way. I do plan on putting a couple more lights, or probably we'll put a couple more lights up there. So that's what those wires are for. Okay, one slight change of plans here. I had to run down to the hardware store to get some longer bolts here. I didn't have any bolts long enough to bolt that plate in there. Once I had longer bolts, I realized I could not get my hand in here because of this angle bracket on here. So I just finished cutting that off, repaint it. We'll let that dry for a little bit, and we'll try again in a little bit here to put that back on. We'll give the paint just a little bit to dry. It's a little cold out here too, so it'll probably take a little longer than normal. While waiting on that, I brought one of the doors in here. We're gonna start cleaning that up. And this door here has all good glass in it. the door is painted here. Probably wouldn't hurt to maybe go over it with another coat in some spots here, especially on the green here. It doesn't look too bad though. Still just a little bit wet and tacky here yet. And while I was waiting for that to dry one, I went ahead and put the plate inside the cab here. Looks like that fits pretty nicely. Also, I managed to stuff the acoustic paneling in there as well. A little bit more of a difficult task with the plate in place, because before I could work from the top here and work it around. Now we obviously can't do that. On the plus side, with me cutting that bracket off, this piece now fits up in there a lot better. And what I'm thinking I might do is maybe drill a hole back here and maybe just put a bolt or something through it with some big washers just to hold this. I'm still not sure how I'm going to hold this in place yet. Not that I think it's going to fall out, everyone, but it would be nice to see it a little more securely held in place. Anyway, I think we're going to move on to the back here next. What I'm thinking I might do is I might cut a new piece for this. Yes, I know I got a piece here already, but what I'm thinking I want to do here, everyone, is actually make this piece longer so that it'll drape down over the front edge there. These I'll probably leave the same length, however big this is, but then this, cut it, I don't know, a foot or so longer. See what I got for this stuff left here yet. So that way, rather than having to put multiple pieces to get down over this edge, everyone, I can just glue, or just have one piece that'll just wrap around the edge. I might have to, cut it a little bit so it'll bend, right? But I think that'll be a little bit nice. Also, that's right, I need to see if I can straighten this here as well. Maybe I'll see if I can do that here in a minute. Yeah. That should be fun, because, yeah, that's not going to be good for installing a window in there, everyone. That piece needs to be a little straighter than that. At least I think it does. Well, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it here. I simply had a bar clamp here to help hold this up as much as possible while I waylaid on it with a hammer and a block of wood here, and just kept, working it, hammer it, work it a little more, hammer it a little more. Yeah, it's not perfect, everyone, but like I said, I think that's good enough. Well, in case you're wondering, this stuff actually hole saws quite nicely. Had to hole saw out a hole there for the hydraulic fill port there. Okay, well, here's the piece. Just finished cutting it. And these were the, what do we want to call them, relief cuts here that I cut in there. So this will let it bend a lot easier. Again, that's to go down over the bend there. And then as you can see, yes, I made this about a foot longer here. So again, this will go over the bend. And this, if I hold the piece here, this stops right at the edge of there. And of course, then we'll have another piece that'll go down. So let's see if this will fit here in a minute. Oh yeah, one fits almost perfectly. It's almost like I know what I'm doing here. That's scary. See, let me see if I can demonstrate this here. Get in here a minute. So you can see how this bends over. So just bends over the curve there, that sheet metal, and we'll just glue it on. It does still have a little bit of a spring to it, but I think the glue will hold it. I think anyway. We could always cut a little more out of there. I want to try not to cut any out of the top here, because once you put fabric over that, or in this case probably vinyl, that'll be visible, whereas if I cut the underside, that won't be visible. And it's glued on. Got a couple weights here holding the top on, and a couple nice boxes here just prying up against there to hold that on while it dries. Give it probably a half hour or so, and I think it'll be pretty good.
Hey, how you folks doing? Hi, I'm Much now.
And while it's drying here, I'm going to go ahead and cut the pieces for right there. Watch, if you remember everyone, I already had a piece I cut for up top. So I already have the width cut. I just need to cut them to length here. We're going to reuse the piece, the old piece for up top here. And we'll just cut the sides off and cut them to length. And with that, everyone, got those pieces installed as well there. While waiting for that to all dry here, those pieces are just sitting on there by themselves. By the way, they seem like they stuck pretty good. I'm going to grab the rest of the windows here for the tractor, and I'm going to work on cutting out the glass that's broken and probably repainting and cleaning up those frames as well here. but while the frames are drying here, I think I'll go ahead and maybe throw one more light up on top of the cab here. Let's work on the rear light bar. Oh, yeah, rear. Not looking at the front here, but that one shouldn't be too hard to install either, I don't think. Okay, everyone, just finished shooting the door and the window frames here with some green paint. Next video here, we'll have to flip them over, get the primer on them, and get the paint on the other side. Yep, but that'll be next video. Also finished installing, oh, I guess you can't see it from this angle, can you? Finished installing the LED light bar up there. It does work. This is the one that has the remote with it. I'm not sure I'm big on that, but yeah, there's the remote there. So switch up there turns it on, well, turns the power on and off. Remote actually turns the light on and off, a bit annoying. Anyway, also, everyone, just finished writing down all the different windows I need here. So we need a front window. There's the sizes. 2 side windows. There's the sizes. They are all clipped. That angle right there. Rear lower. Door. This one's going to be a bit interesting because it's like a... Is that a... No, what shape is that? Is that trapezoid? Whatever shape that is. That's what we need there. It's also clipped. So yes, I'm going to look and see what I can do about getting these windows here, everyone. And, well, I guess we'll find out next episode if I'm successful or not. So, yeah, we'll let this dry again, everyone. Thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them. And until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more, by the way.